Hey techies, remember when smartphones weren't so smart? I'm talking about the days when touchscreens were a novelty, and apps? Well, let's just say the App Store wasn't exactly overflowing. Those were simpler times, weren't they? Today we're taking a trip down memory lane to revisit a time when Android was just a baby, finding its feet in a world dominated by BlackBerries and Nokia bricks. Buckle up because we're diving deep into the world of Android 1.1 Petit Four. Remember those tiny keyboards and resistive touchscreens? It's amazing how far we've come. Android 1.1, affectionately nicknamed Petit Four after those bite-sized French desserts, was released on February 9, 2009. It was only the second iteration of Android, but boy was it a significant one. This update wasn't about flashy features, it was about laying the groundwork for the Android we know and love today. It was all about refinement, bug fixes, and setting the stage for a mobile revolution. This unassuming logo marked the beginning of something incredible. To truly appreciate Android 1.1, we need to rewind back to 2009. The first iPhone had just hit the scene, and BlackBerry was still the king of the hill. Touchscreen phones were still a novelty, and the idea of having a million apps in your pocket was practically science fiction. Android was the new kid on the block trying to find its footing in a world dominated by established players. It was a time of experimentation, innovation, and fierce competition, and Android 1.1 was right in the thick of it. The mobile landscape looked a lot different back then. Android 1.1 might seem bare bones by today's standards, but back in 2009, it brought some noteworthy improvements to the table. One of the most significant additions was the ability to save attachments in messages. Yeah, you heard that right. Before that, you couldn't even save a simple picture from a text message. The update also introduced support for longer screen timeouts, meaning your screen wouldn't go dark in the middle of reading a long article. And let's not forget the addition of marquee scrolling for longer text, which, believe it or not, was a pretty big deal back then. It might look simple now, but this was cutting-edge technology back in the day. Section 5, a small step for Android, a giant leap for smartphones. Android 1.1 might not seem like a massive leap forward, but it was a crucial stepping stone in the journey towards the Android we have today. This update laid the foundation for future innovations like the Android Market, which was the precursor to the Play Store, and the development of more sophisticated apps. It showed the world that Android was more than just a quirky experiment. It was a serious contender in the mobile space, ready to challenge the status quo and redefine what a smartphone could be. From humble beginnings to global domination, Android has come a long way. Section 6. Fun facts about Android 1.1. Time for trivia. Now, for a little trivia. Did you know that Android 1.1 was only officially available on a single phone? The HTC Dream, also known as the T-Mobile G1 in the US? This little device, with its quirky slide-out keyboard and chin, was the first commercially available Android phone. Another fun fact, Android 1.1 was the first version to include the Android Market, although it was extremely limited at the time. It only had a handful of apps, but it marked the beginning of what would become the largest app ecosystem in the world. This little guy started it all. Section 7, Android 1.1, a blast from the past. Looking back, Android 1.1 was a pivotal moment in the history of mobile technology. It wasn't just an update, it was a statement. It showed the world that Android was here to stay, and it had the potential to change the way we communicate, work, and play. It might not have had all the bells and whistles of today's smartphones, but it had heart, and it laid the groundwork for the incredible world of Android that we know and love today. The evolution of Android is truly remarkable. Section 8. Share your Android adventures. So, tell me, fellow tech enthusiasts, what are your fondest or maybe not so fond memories of early Android? Did you ever rock an HTC Dream or any other early Android device? I want to hear all about it in the comments below. Let's reminisce together. Section 9. Join the Tech Talk, and while you're at it, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your fellow Android fans. Let's keep the tech conversation going. Stay tuned for more tech throwbacks and discussions.